missed a ton of free throws out there tonight. How much of a difference do you think that made in the ultimate outcome of this one?
It was crucial, man. Coach is always stressing to us how big it is to take advantage of free throws when they're given to us. And we let him down. We let the fans down, man. We let each other down. It was a big letdown all around, plain and simple. You'll be finding me in the gym first thing tomorrow morning on the strike, and I won't leave until I've taken at least 1,000 shots, man.
Got a couple drills. Dude, come on. Well, that sucked.
Some friendly banter before the game. The players catching up with each other prior to tip-off. Live from Cleveland, 2K Sports proudly brings you the Cavaliers at Quicken Loans Arena. Ellen was as the Charlotte Bobcats in their last game a loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder.
What an awful night on the floor for this club that night. I'm not sure they were really in sync offensively. Looked like they got very stagnant out there.
Yeah, I wouldn't pinpoint a lack of effort because I think they tried, Steve. I mean, really, they gave effort, but I think it was just one of those nights where shots weren't falling.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Charlotte Bobcats. Augustine and Henderson are the backcourt pair. Boris Diaw is out there with Tyrus Thomas, and it's Maggette in at the small forward. And for Cleveland, Jamison and Verjao in the middle. Davis is out there with Thornton, and it's Graham in at the small forward.
Tough season last year for Cleveland. A disaster, really, losing LeBron James and then falling apart as a team. In fact, they couldn't even succeed against the weaker Eastern Conference, scoring just 15 and 37.
It'll be the Bobcat. Here's Gibson. And Verjao backs down. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Back to the Cavs. You know opponents could smell blood against them for a while, too, in that East.
Yeah, and I mean, they went through a stretch where they lost, what, 20-plus games in a row?
Yes.
And, you know, teams were desperately trying not to be the team that ended that losing streak, so they had a lot of things working against them, not to mention a depletion of talent and personnel from prior seasons.
With a coach, a brand new coach, and Byron Scott, who was used to winning.
Yeah, no question about that.
Tough environment. It was.
Very difficult.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, a bit ago, Byron Scott and I were able to chat. I asked him to sum up their season to this point, and he said there's definitely room for improvement, but there are a lot of positives they can draw from. He'd just like to see a little more consistency on a night-in, night-out basis. Wouldn't we all, Kevin?
Thanks again, Doris. The Cavaliers trail by 9. Now Gibson. Maggette brings the double team. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Thornton. Over Temple. Thornton no good.
Well, I think Corey Maggette had a rough first year in Milwaukee as his numbers just weren't where they have been throughout his career, and it was just a bumpy transition for Maggette.
And you have to like the way they've started out offensively.
Yeah, I like the way they put together basket after basket, consecutive hoops, and as a result, they put together a nice lead here.
Shot is blocked. Bobcats leading by 12. The pass to Henderson. Clark, you brought up Maggette. He had some injuries, too, and I think that probably was a force in all that stuff.
No doubt.
And, Steve, it was a very forgettable year for him.
Well, he's starting to get up there in terms of age, Kevin, and you can see it in the free throw attempts. That's always been Maggette's bread and butter. He normally averages about 8 or 9 free throw attempts per game. That number was down to about 5 a year ago.
And Augustine kicks to Henderson. Three-pointer Augustine cannot hit. The Cavaliers trail by 10. Now here's Gibson. Here's Parker with the 3, and the shot is good. Parker's got 5.
He found the open man on the perimeter and got the ball to him.
From 7, jump shot is good that time.
That was interesting. He was at a huge disadvantage size-wise, but he found his way to the basket.
Well, Steve, you know, giving up some height on the mismatch didn't really affect him.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. The Bobcats lead by 9.
I was impressed with their transition game, guys. They really got out and ran the lanes.
Yeah, they did. I mean, no better way to get easy buckets than through fast breaks.
Don't go away. We'll see you in a moment.
Next Tuesday, Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls take on Ty Lawson and the Denver Nuggets. The new season in the NBA rolls on. It's the real deal.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. Here's Thornton. 14 points from him the last game against Boston. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
And that's the way it's been. A big margin for them in the rebounding category.
You know, sometimes you got to get down and dirty and do the dirty work. And in this one, they've done it, and it's paid off on the scoreboard in a big way.
Davis is out there with Thornton. Then there's Graham. Then there's Antoine Jamison. And it's Parker in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
Well, I think last year when the Bobcats traded Gerald Wallace, they lost a part of their soul and their identity. And it's tough to win when you lose a guy like that, but they did get a couple of draft picks, and that will help them in this rebuilding process.
Here's Thornton. Outside for Jamison. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's speed. Jamison's got 5 points in the quarter. Clark, back to that trade Steve was just talking about. We both like Gerald Wallace a great deal,
Yep.
but that's, I think, what was the key. When you saw that he was let go, you knew the Bobcats were starting to look to the future.
Yeah, starting to do an about-face, and those draft picks will help them not only get more talent, but also get a little younger as well. And it's not going to be easy, it never is, but I think they're headed in the right direction.
Here's Davis, and it's White with the rebound.
He's laboring out there right now, guys. The shot has not been falling for him this quarter.
Thomas down low, covered by Parker. Shot clock at 6. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Bobcats lead by 15.
He's so graceful around the rim. Sometimes you forget how strong he is.
Poked away. Davis inside. Jamison shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Brown.
He may want to start spreading the ball around a little bit. His shot is off right now. And Jamison still possesses that unorthodox yet very effective in-between game. He loves to shoot those little floaters. He can go either left or right, and he'll start on the elbow, face up, and find a way to get that shot off. It's just so effective. He's not a guy they're going to be able to count on the way he's playing in this quarter.
Kicks it to McGuire. And it's going to be a...
Come on, dude. I can't even move when they do that. I'm trying to move, and they just will not
All
move.
the little spins and floaters and difficult shots from difficult angles. I mean, he's a scorer. That's what he does.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Graham. Caspi comes in for Anthony Parker. And Daniel Gibson subbed in for Baron Davis.
Oh my god. Now my points are going down
And power jam.
massively.
Tried and true.
That's all he needed to do. Just taking care of business out there.
Lets a floater go. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Just a disastrous season a year ago for the Cavaliers, losing LeBron James and then, of course, plummeting in the standings. And they really struggled at home, too. Just 12 wins total.